You're blessed to be Archbishop in a time that the world is changing, and very fast, being that technology affects people's minds, and then people's minds, changes too, and we have seen a lot of different attitudes in our society. Is faith able to change in our times? And what does faith does to change and be closer to people, if it does?
Well, thank you. That's a very, very serious, very central question. It's not a matter of the faith changing. The faith, to remember a beautiful phrase, again from the Bible, Ιησούς Χριστός, χθες και σήμερον και εις τους αιώνας ο αυτός. Christ, Jesus Christ, yesterday, today, and forever is the same. Faith, in essence, is the same. For us, the superlative and supreme and very demanding duty is the language used to convey the message of faith. The translation of the eternal, unchanging, absolute gospel into a language that is understandable, a language that is absolutely contemporary and able to just be for the people of today. In essence, faith as such, in essence, is connecting people to God. That doesn't change. The connection is a connection, period. But how you produce that, how you engage people, how you train people, how you educate people, how you attract people, that's our real great and not so easy duty. We started very early with the internet ministry. And in the years back, although we are not having the means that some of the other major faiths in this country have, however, our internet got the award that is corresponding to the Oscar for the movie, the award for a religious kind of internet service that was really worthy of receiving the highest award in the field. So it's indicative of our disposition to be really using whatever it is available for this kind of thing. My people in the archdiocese provide me with the last word in iPhones, iPhone 5, the last word in iPads.
Do you use an iPhone or an iPad?
Of course, and recently also I received, I didn't know that, but I received a very nice mini iPad. It's a new addition, which shows that the people are eager to have the best means of modern communication.
This year, you were one of the people that prayed for the president during his inaugural ceremony. Can you share with us your experience? And of course, it's not your first one, going to pray for a president.
No, it was quite a number of times. It started with President Clinton, because that was his last year, 2000 year in office. It continued with President Bush, his 2 terms, and continued with President Obama, his first term and now his second term. Also, we have been in many cases with the so-called prayer breakfast, or it was an Easter breakfast inaugurated by President Obama. And then we have been also in the inaugural service, in the oath-taking ceremony, but also in the service that follows next day in the National Cathedral. This year, we have an additional kind of honor that was, we offered the benediction in the lunch that follows immediately after the taking of the oath for a very limited number of 120 people. In our meetings with the President, the Vice President, the Secretary of State, whoever he is or she is there, and other high officials, they know that we have 3 main issues. First is our patriarchate. It's a central issue. And I have to tell you that the patriarch is a person that all the presidents so far and vice presidents, they love and respect deeply, really. Not only as a person, not only as an ecumenical patriarch, but because of his pioneering work in the environment and in the connection and reconciliation among the people. They have a just unyielding support for the issues. It's not only the Halki reopening, it's the title ecumenical for the Patriarch, a title of 1600 years, it's not a new thing, the legal status of the Patriarchate and the confiscation of property. We have so far some return of the property as a result of many efforts and perhaps pressure from the American side. So there is a support there. It has been always, regardless of the results. The situation is not so easy, therefore we have to insist. But the American government is for that kind of thing. It's a clear thing, no doubt about that. We have the Cyprus item, that was the second item. There again, we had the promise and the assurance that we do anything possible. It's again not an easy subject. But again, we have the, I would say, the commitment on the part of the American government to assist for a solution that would be good and just and beneficial for the people of the island. The Macedonian issue was again an issue in which again we spoke. In fact, every time we are at the White House, I mentioned these three issues, both with President Bush and now with President Obama and the other authorities and leaders in the American government. We have something best formulated by President Obama when he said, "I know what you are going to talk about," he said to me. And I appreciate that. But because you as a community, and you as a person, but you as a community, you are representing a beautiful religion which is Orthodoxy, and a terrific international universal tradition of values which is Hellenism, like democracy, human rights, cultivation of the arts, sciences, philosophy, etc. Because of that, we would like to have your contribution to the solution and confrontation with the contemporary American issues in our society, in our government, etc.